I want to start by giving some background information about myself. I was born in New York to a very large and very loud Italian family. Now, I am sure you all can imagine how chaotic our Sunday dinners are, and birthdays, and Christmas, and Easter, and Thanksgiving, and all of those holidays. And it goes even just beyond that. It's really an everyday thing. I talk to one family member once a day, every day minimum. And I think that there's a reason for this. Growing up as an Italian American from New York, you are taught that family is number one. Family is the most important thing in life. And because of how high that standard is set, it makes it that much harder to push them away. As much good as there is in my family, there's also a lot of bad. And with that bad comes a lot of trauma. And when thinking about that trauma, at times, I want to divorce myself completely from my family. But I think about the birthdays and the Sunday dinners and the Easters and holidays and everyday talks and calls and texts, and I'm left feeling confused. I don't really know what to do. Do I push them away or do I keep them in my life? And it's that limbo that I'm in that I'm exploring in my thesis work. Now, I've come to the point where I'm not trying to find a solution. I'm just trying to simply understand why my family is the way that they are, what my role is in the family, and how it has affected and continues to affect my identity. The one constant that I find being that this back and forth nature of do I keep them in my life or do I push them away is something that is really trivial to me. And on top of being confusing, I'm also very overwhelmed. So to break all of that down, I use formal art making processes in a systematic way to then mentally and emotionally process everything in my situation. I'm drawn to processes such as welding and sewing because they offer me a cathartic, repetitive, and rhythmic means to create my art. The image you see above here is a piece of the work I'm creating right now. The red color, as the title of my presentation, Amaranthine, is the red of the roses my dad draws on all of our birthday cards. I've taken that rose and I've created a pattern and I sew that over and over and over. And as I do so, I gain a catharsis. That process is also very laborious, and that labor represents the struggle I have in this limbo. But I find that with time, I gain understanding and clarity of my situation. I use similar methods in other interdisciplinary media, such as video, audio, performance, and sculpture, to create installations that speak to narrative, process, and introspection. And if I know my family as well as I think I do, there's a lot more holidays, a lot more texts and calls, and a lot more trauma to come. But I think that I can trust my artwork to help me when those things happen. Thank you.